So hold on, I'm already shooting. I've started already, yeah. No, seriously. Hold on. Let me get my coffee.
On camera.
So, no, hold on. So, this is a special episode of Jeskid TV. This is my birthday episode. Where
Happy birthday.
that's my mom in the background. She's saying happy birthday. Hold on a second.
Happy birthday to you.
Shut up, Ma. Shut up.
Happy birthday
Shut
to you.
I can't. Oh, look at me like that. Hold on. Hold on. You know, I can't talk to anybody without coffee because I don't make any sense. So, look at that Road Warrior right there. It's the Road Warrior. So, it's my birthday episode, and my mom has been kind enough to come visit me. Right, Mother?
Yes, I did. All the way up from Manhattan.
My mom took an hour ride to come get me.
Oh, an hour ride.
Because nobody likes me, and except for maybe... I like, you know, my birthday consists of my mom and my ex-girlfriend. It's really... Actually, it's quite good. It's really nice. And my
50,000 friends.
And my 50,000 friends. I have so many friends. Oh my God. My mom's laughing at you. She mocks you. My mom mocks you. She does. She mocks you. Really. Sorry. So it's my birthday episode. So I figure today's going to be a little more personal, and I figured I'd get my... if you see me keep looking off to the side like this, because I'm looking at my mom. Why are you so funny? What are you laughing at? I make you laugh?
Yes, you're funny.
Like I'm a clown?
You always make me laugh. You always make me happy.
What's so funny about me? That's my Goodfellas. It's not very good.
What?
You don't know Goodfellas, do you?
No.
No? Okay, the camera cut out for a second because my camera's a piece of shit, and I ordered a new one, which by the way, I spent money. $7,600 in the last 3 days. Congratulations to me, Ma, right? Seriously. Right? That's good, right?
Yeah.
My mom's like, yeah, that would pay for my grandkids, of which I will never give you any. I hate children. Hate them! She's like, crazy one! So I have to drink my coffee because I actually shot for another 2 minutes, and it got erased because this thing that you're like looking at now is a big piece of shit. It's a horrible piece of shit, and I will put my fucking foot through it when I'm done shooting. Seriously, no, I'm good. So, my mom, for my birthday, has been kind enough to agree. Oh, I was doing the wave. We raised the roof, Ma. Oh, that is, you are priceless, Mom. You are fucking priceless. So,
I can see my head.
yeah, it's like, you know. It's my...
Try to come this way.
Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I have another story about you.
Okay, my mom. Anyway, my mom.
I have 4 stories about you.
My mom has 4 stories to tell about me on my birthday.
Stories.
4 stories. 4. Let me just turn on the light because I don't have good lighting for this whole. You can't have good lighting without me because I'm the star of Jeskid TV. It's not called Mom Kid TV. I don't think so. No. So let's do it like this because I can't even look at my mom when she tells me these stories. So since being this is the birthday episode, can you see, Mom? There you good. Are you good? Don't try to get... That's my light! There!
All right.
Perfect! No, seriously. So, let me get this a little way, because I'm kind of scary. Because I make my big-ass family nose look even bigger this close. Let me be back. There we go, Mom. I feel like I'm in therapy with my mom. Mom, when I was 12 and that man touched me...
What?
It wasn't good.
What?
Because it was in that private place.
Just stop.
And it didn't...
It's not true. I hope it's not true.
It didn't...
Not true, is it?
It felt warm.
Is it true? Oh, would you stop? You're embarrassing me.
And I wanted it to stop.
Oh, would you stop? You're embarrassing me.
Tell the man to stop. Come here, little boy. Come here, little boy. Come here, little boy. I don't want to play like that. Okay. So, anyway, the point of this episode is not for me to embarrass her. It's for her to embarrass me. This is my birthday episode. And she has the right to tell whatever story she wants to tell about me. One I've requested because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel proud of being me. Because I'm very special. Yeah. So, Mother, it is your turn to tell people about Jess on his birthday.
What?
Okay? Let's get the camera on you. Hold on. Right.
This is recording now.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
I believe it's recording. If it turns off automatically... call fucking Sony because I ain't got shit and they own the goddamn world.
Okay, all right. So this is the story.
Xbox 360.
Ready?
Hold on. So, the mood has now been killed because my camera shut off again! Piece of shit! Fuck you, camera! Fucking... My camera's gay, and not in like the good, like, Brokeback Mountain kind of gay.
You know, it could be like this, just like this always.
But like the, just broke.
First of all, I have to say to everyone that I'm a much more conservative person than my son is. And I don't know where he came from.
Hold on a second, Mom. My fucking focus is fucked up ever since I hit the camera. Hold on. I think I broke it. Did I break it? Oh, I think I broke my camera. Did I break my camera? Oh, you're not in focus. I fucked up my camera, beating it up. Because fuck you, Sony. You suck. I'm getting a new camera, you bastards. Oh my god, I actually... Oh! There you are. Oh, there you're not. We are having technical issues. We're right back. We apologize for those technical difficulties. For some reason, this piece of shit camera of mine's decided to work again. And now back to our show in progress. The embarrassing stories about my mom on my birthday. Can you handle my energy, Ma? Can you handle?
No, you're absolutely
rock?
Exhausting me. You're going to photograph a sleeping person.
Okay, now tell your story.
2 minutes. I'm going to tell you that if you keep interrupting me, I won't tell it.
No, okay, I won't interrupt you.
You may interrupt me every now and then. Okay. When you were about what, 11?
Sit up, Ma. You look like you look like you're becoming part of my fucking couch there.
I am. I'm about full. I'm not used to this movie business, you know. I mean, like all these takes, stop, start. You know, I'm not used to this. Anyway, when you were about 11 years old, I sent you to camp, and I sent you with some Snoopy stationery to write me on. And one day I opened up the mail, and there was a letter from you.
Did I write you a lot, Mom? Was I a good son?
You wrote me occasionally, yeah. But this was on the Snoopy stationery. It said, "Dear Ma, run to not walk to the nearest newsstand and buy me and send me a copy of Playboy magazine. I need the centerfold." Dear Ma, run to not walk to the nearest newsstand and buy me and send me a copy of Playboy magazine. I need the centerfold.
And then how did I sign it?
It was Love, Jess, and then I think you I think you said either now or later you said Playboy in camp. Playboy is power. Or something. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Just to make this story a little clear, the reason why I sent a letter to my mother. She said asking for Playboy magazine. The reason I did this because I was in a room full of other 11-year-old kids and stuff, and you know, some were bigger than me, a lot were richer than me. It was a Jewish camp, by the way. So these cheap fucks were rich. No, actually, I'm part Jewish, so I can say cheap fucks. In fact, I'm part African American and part Hispanic too. So you black fucking, you black Puerto Rican bastards. I'm all of those. I'm a little Chinese too.
You just cut your dreadlocks.
So listen, seriously, I was in camp. It was a Jewish camp. I'm not sure why. My friend was Jewish. He was like hardcore Jewish. I was just like. I was Jewish by association. Whenever I get me more presents than around Christmas, I'd be like, I'm a Hanukkah. I get like 8 presents instead of 1, but I was not Jewish ever.
So we're here with Jesse. What's going on in your life, Jesse?
Well, I'm in the middle of 7th grade now, and I'm at the tail end of preparing for my bat mitzvah, which is on March 11th, 2006. You all are invited.
So, my mom, I went to a Jewish camp, like I was saying. And I'm part Jewish, like an 8th to 16th or something. Nobody can really determine.
If I was a rich girl, see, I'd have all the money in the world. If I was a wealthy girl, no man could test me and pass me my cat.
A quarter?
Well,
now I'm a quarter Jewish?
3/8.
3/8?
Yeah.
What made you come over? Are you good at fractions? I'm not good at fractions.
Well, it's from my mother. So I'm Jewish on my mother's side and Episcopalian on my dad's side.
I'm Episcopal Jewish?
What happened to my life turned upside down? Chicks that blew your mind, ding, that's the second round.
Yeah, something weird like that. And you're partially Jewish on your dad's side and partially English, so.
I'm English.
You're a mutt.
Righto, I'm a Jew.
Just stop.
No, Jew's good.
I won't be able to tell the story that you
Okay,
tell
no,
me.
okay, so my mom, when I sent this letter, the kids, in the camp said, "No, you'll never send this letter." I said, "No, my mom will send me Playboy," because she was a liberal mother in the way of like she didn't care about whether you cursed and this and that. She cared about being good to people and not looking down on people and teaching you what I feel are the real lessons in life, and that have carried with me, hopefully, to really care about people and try to inspire and try to take care and look out for those who have less than you and so on and so forth. And those are the lessons that stuck. As far as whether I was allowed to curse or my mom was free about those kind of things that other parents would say, no, that'll make you be a bad person. That's all bullshit because my mother was very liberal but very teaching of wonderful things, I think, and the real morals in life. I think so. And with that being said, she went out and got me Playboy. So, anyway, continue your story, please, Mother. I've interrupted you for far too long.
All right. Well, I must say I do. First of all, Playboy was a much sort of softer magazine than it became. There was a lovely naked woman in the middle, but it was not like some other things. But I still don't know what possessed him. But anyway, I sent this to him.
Before you send it, can you tell us about the shopping experience for the Playboy magazine when you went to go get it for me?
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember the New York Times part.
Oh, well, you told me that you went to the newsstand. Later on, you told me, and you asked them, gentlemen, and you said, I'd like a Playboy magazine. And you felt at the moment with that, you was like, and like that you're not a lesbian and you're not, these things, but you came up very strange.
That part of the story. What did I say then? I forget.
You said, and give me that Hustler, too. No, you didn't say it.
No, I hated Hustler magazine. I hate those magazines. I mean, I have no idea why I sent in this magazine, but I had a hard time saying no to my kids if it wasn't dangerous. Anyway, so anyway, he received this magazine, and he indeed became extremely popular with the counselors, and shortly they borrowed it, and I don't think it was ever seen again. But meanwhile, I thought that the letter was so funny on the Snoopy stationery that I Xeroxed it and I sent it into the New York Times, and they had this little thing about story. They still have a Metropolitan Guide or something about true stories about people who live in New York. And the next thing you know, I got a phone call, and there was the editor of this section saying, "Can this be true? Is this a true story? I have the Snoopy stationery here. Can this be true?" I said, "Yes, it's true." So they printed the story, and I got calls from people I knew saying, "Is this true? You did what? He did what?"
And she got requests from kids all over the country to send her Playboy.
I did not. So what happened was that Jess came back from his wonderful little boy experience at camp without his Playboy. The counselors never returned it.
They snatched that thing within a half an hour of me getting it. Apparently, they didn't have the same moral set that I grew up with. That be good to other people, share the Playboy.
So what happened is I suppose the New York Times did not realize or didn't consider that the fact that the writer of the letter was 11 years old or 12 years old, however old you were at the time, and so they sent over by messenger.
It's my birthday, by the way. I'm 13.
Yeah, it's his birthday. He's actually 13. They sent over by messenger, as they always do if you got a story in, a bottle of expensive French champagne. And so here this 11-year-old kid has now a bottle of expensive French champagne, which he is too young to drink. So I said, "Well, what do you want to do with your bottle of champagne?" And he said, "I want to share it with all my neighborhood friends." So I said, "Okay." So we took a bunch of paper cups and the bottle of champagne. And the first place we stopped was the local store that had was a cigar store, tobacco cigarette store, right? That had pinball machines.
Not pinball. They were video games. Pinball was in the 50s.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever it was. I'm old-fashioned. Anyway.
Xbox Live is not a Playboy term. It's a video game console. Please continue.
I want you to know I write historical novels. I don't know anything about these things. Anyway, I don't know where my son came from, really. I mean, so anyway, we walked down the Main Street Broadway, and we went into this store, and then we explained to the owner what we were doing there with a bottle of expensive French champagne, and we opened it, and we poured it out, and he drank it, and I told him the story, and he looked at me, and he called me on the side and said, "He wants Playboy? He's 11. Does he feel things like this?" I said, "I don't know. I haven't asked him." So we went down Broadway and stopped at every place that we knew. And by this time, of course, the champagne was quite warm and flat. But we went down Broadway dispensing champagne, and I think the last person we gave it to was Was it Francisco? I think it was Francisco, who was working at the desk. This man who's now an international opera star, who was then a friend of ours and just a struggling singer, and he was the last person to get the champagne, which was of course very warm and flat.
He's now Pavarotti's understudy, and my mother's known quite a few famous people in her life
They used to sing
by
in our
incidental
living room.
contact.
Yeah.
One being Jeskid, but other than that, my mother was that, and she actually went to school, high school, with Christopher Walken in a very small. Community. It was a very small. It was like an artistic school for like talented kids.
Professional children's school. Yeah.
And actually, tell us like 2 seconds about that. What was
Oh,
Christopher
Professional
Walken
Children's
like? Because I like Christopher Walken.
He was wonderful. First, he was 17. He was so beautiful. He was a tap
Christopher
dancer.
Walken could be my dad.
Yeah, well, I was very shy. He was very quiet. He sat by the window and with his beautiful golden hair and was a very, very quiet boy, but he was really just a beautiful boy, and really quite amazing how he turned into playing these odd people. He's a great actor, but I knew him when he was 17. I was 17, long time ago. So that's the end of the Playboy. That's the end of the famous Playboy story. And
We'll give you one more. We won't give four. Four's a lot, right? Well, you choose your favorite, because I don't want to keep you here forever, Ma. Because
You're right.
most of the people who stay here too long don't ever get to leave.
Okay, all right. Then. So I'll tell a story when Jess was, I think, about 19.
19.
19, 18. Anyway, at that time,
Which was last year.
Which was last year. At that time, he actually thought he might make money as an actor, and so he had some headshots taken, which were absolutely wonderful, and it came very close to going into film. But anyway, I was publishing my first book, and so I needed a photographer. I needed a headshot. So he said, "I know some great people, and I'll take you down." I'm a bit camera shy, as you can tell, unlike my son. So I went and I did a whole series of shots with the lights and everything for my first book jacket. And when I went to the bathroom to change my clothes, and I came out and we did another series of pictures, and then they sent the proof sheet off to my editor, my publishing house. And she called me up and she said, "Stephanie, there's something very odd with these pictures." I said, "What is it, Mary?" She said, "In some of them you look exactly like a boy." I said, "What?" So I went over and looked at the proof sheets, and when I had been in the bathroom, my publicity hound son had sat in my chair where I was being photographed.
Yeah, Go ahead.
I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk, yeah.
And had a number of pictures taken of him. So in the middle of the pictures of this woman in her beautiful purple dress was pictures of this young man. Very avid for publicity.
Listen, I need them pictures is fucking expensive. I was gonna get 3 or 4 out of your 200.
I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on.
I got the referral. I got a right to get my face photographed from time to time. Look at me. I'm just holding the camera now. I can't even pay people to do this shit. How dare you tell that story?
Yeah, that's the only other story, since we're not going to
No, I'll give one. I'll give you one more.
Okay.
My mom's got notes for the story she's going to tell you.
Well, because I'll probably think of a million.
Like, their notes are extensive. My mom takes notes on everything.
I do.
One day the vaults are going to come out and all the notes on me.
Oh, yeah, I have that. I promised one day to get all my diaries together so Jess can hear about everything he did that he's forgotten, all the things
Or
he did.
tried to forget, or needed therapy to erase.
Okay, this is a story when Jess was about 12 or 13 years old, and he was always on the phone with his friends.
Oh yeah, well I heard that he got a big dick, and that shit is like, it's not just big, it's firm. That nigga, he got a firm dick.
He still has the same friends today.
I be thinking about that shit, you know, like when I'm over at night
and they began to talk about GW. We're going out GW, and I was a single mom at the time, and fear struck my little heart, and I said, "Dear God, what is GW?" And I thought perhaps it was some drug I hadn't heard of.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I don't know anything about those things anyway.
Why did you love me?
So it took me a very long time after about months of worry. I don't know quite how I found this out, but the GW was girl watching, and they were going to go to the corner and watch the girls. And so I suppose I shouldn't have worried so much, but I worried.
Well, the funny thing is, back then, I'm a lot more free with my mother now to say what I like and please, because I'm a little more insane, actually. But back then, I was really sort of embarrassed to tell my mom that, because I was really horrified.
What 11-year-old, what 13-year-old boy tells his mother he's going to go out and look at girls?
Me, motherfucker! I don't know.
You don't tell your mother that.
I didn't tell my mother that
It's
until I was like
private.
23, I swear to God.
There's about 1 million things he hasn't told me, and Jesse and his brother, they have so many things they haven't told me. When they tell me all of them, I will die of shock. They're coming out. I get one new one a year.
You're going to have to listen from the grave when we tell you those.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what I really was up to when I was 16, Mom? You know what really happened that time when I was 17? And
that time in band camp, yeah.
Oh, I have to, pour water on me because I've fainted. That's all I have to say.
Now you got one more story. I'll give you another because you went pretty quick with those. God. So you get to embarrass me one more time, aren't you? Do you want to? Do you not want to?
Well, the other one.
Don't you want it? Is it embarrassing?
No. Okay, so Jess, as you know, is a very determined man. He always was very determined since he was a little boy, and
and I still am a little boy.
Yes. And somehow I don't know how he did it, but he would decide he wanted. We had a toy store very close to us, and he decided, every time a new toy came in the window, particularly Star Wars, he would just visit it, and he would sort of look at it, I don't know what he did, maybe put a spell on it or something. But somehow I don't know how. Between wheedling and selling and bargaining or something, he always came up with enough money in change and wrinkled bills.
Selling Playboy magazines received from my mom.
I don't know how he did it, but somehow he always accumulated enough money between wheedling everybody and to buy.
Wheedling, that doesn't mean like sexual stuff, does it?
No, don't be ridiculous, you silly person.
And you got to speak. I know you're an intelligent lady, but we're speaking to a young audience here. What the fuck does wheedling mean?
Shamelessly
conniving,
begging.
maybe.
Shamelessly begging.
Shameless. I can shamelessly beg.
And this began at a very early age, but I first noticed it at the age of 5 or 6 when when the Star Wars movies started to come out, and I think it was Superman also, I can't quite remember. But anyway, every one of these movies he had to see at least 10 times, and of course it was a very old time, there were no DVDs, you had to go to the theater to see these, and so he would wheedle, he would persuade, beg anyone who could possibly take him to these movies, and I remember, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I believe that I saw The Empire Strikes Back 7 times in the theaters.
And let me just say, my mom is a successful author. She sold quite a few books. And thanks to The Empire Strikes Back, she learned probably a lot of dramatic structure.
Oh, that's probably true. But the last time, I just was so bored. Sorry to be bored with this, but 7 times, and I knew the ending. So I found the ladies' room and I read a book until I heard that the movie was coming near the end, and then I ran back to make sure that my little boy was safe with his popcorn in his movie seat. So it was a bit too much for me. And that's all the Jess stories for Happy Birthday, Jess, etc.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you for coming and visiting me and taking me to lunch.
I'm glad to guest at your
and
studio.
helping me with
Marrying Mozart. Buy my book.
My mom's
now
awesome.
in 5 languages.
My mom's coming out with Mary Mozart, the Playboy edition.
It's not the Playboy edition. It's a very nice novel about the young Mozart, and it's in 5 languages, and it's in 4th printing in the United States. That's it.
But see you guys.
So,
happy birthday to me.
Happy
Fuckers!
Oh, you're too much. What do I do?